amor no se elige, te elige. Un día te das cuenta que no soportas vivir sin ella. Que cuando estás con ella piensas que dentro de un rato ella se irá. Y la besas con tanta pasión como si ese beso fuese a parar el tiempo o a darte más minutos con ella. El amor ya te escogió y tú tienes que dejarte llevar.
What's going on, guys? Atlas here, back with another Black Ops 4 video, and I have some very exciting news. If you guys haven't seen, if you don't follow me on Twitter, or you guys happen to live under a rock, I've officially joined Mercenary Troop as a streamer, so I'm super excited. You can go follow their Twitter down. I'll have it down in the description. It's at Merc Troop. I want to thank Mysterio Heart and Mafia for the opportunity of joining as a streamer. I'm super excited for the future with this team and bringing fantastic content, absolutely grinding out Black Ops 4. But without further ado, what we're going to be talking about today in this video is I'm going to be showing you my class setup. I know I did a class setup video already on the beta, but some things have changed. You know, the full game is released. We have all of the perks, all the attachments, everything available to us now, and I'm super excited. I'm going to show you the classes for all three of my guns. The only one I might not be able to show you is the Outlaw, but I'll tell you what I have on him because I'm only level 9. I actually just hit Prestige 6, so the grind has been super real. I've kind of fallen back a little bit because I've had to work the last 3 days, so you know, the grind has slowed down just a little bit, but we're picking it right back up. We're grinding. We're going to get to Master Prestige hopefully the next 2 weeks is the plan, and we're going to be banging out videos the entire time, banging out streams, everything. So after the class setup video, what we're going to be talking about is I'm going to be giving my opinions on the sniping in Black Ops 4. You know, the good, the bad, the ugly, anything I want to say about sniping, anything at all. So without further ado, we're going to jump right on into the video. Getting right onto the class setup part of the video, what we're going to be doing first is talking about my Paladin classes. I actually have 2 of them. The first one is just a regular scope sniper. Obviously, the Paladin, definitely the best sniper in the game. The crazy part is even with the Paladin being the strongest sniper, it still gets hit markers. So what I've been running is both high cal 1 and 2. That gets you definitely the least amount of hit markers out of any of the guns. And then the sight loader. This allows you to basically reload faster. With the only 5 shots in the mag and how long the gun actually takes to reload, you really want to have being able to reload fast. It does change the scope a little bit. It doesn't really affect my shot, but it might affect some people's shot. The piece right here, that's different than what it actually is. Without it, it looks like that. So the scope is changed a little bit. Some people like it, some people don't. I personally use it because I like to be able to reload faster. As the secondary, obviously the Mozu, the most overpowered pistol to ever be put in Call of Duty. You can put a scope on that thing and you can get headshots for days. Like it's insane. Especially someone with a decently fast trigger finger, which I think I have. You can swap your pistol real quick and pop them. Previously in the beta, what I was rocking was actually the stim shot, but I have switched over the ComSec device. There's times I want to switch back, but I think the ComSec device is definitely the way to go because on your mini-map, it actually shows a red indicator where enemies are near you, the direction they are, and everything. So, if you're streaking or anything, you can kind of see when an enemy's getting close to you. The only thing that really counters it is dead silence, which not a whole lot of people are running. I think most people are running Ghost. So lately I've been running that. Sometimes I like to put stim shot on if I'm trying to hardcore rush, heal up real quick. But for the most part, the ComSec device is going to be what I'm running for the rest of the time. On this class, I run Scavenger. I would like to run Flat Jacket and Tac Mask, but it just doesn't seem like they do a whole lot in this game. The Flat Jacket protects against grenades, which nobody runs because everybody's running their specialist ability, and like Molotovs, and that's about it. Because the battery and the fire break still kill you in like 2 seconds with heat wave, with Flak Jacket on, so it doesn't really do a whole lot. And so I wish it was like BO1 Flat Jacket and BO1 Tag Mask, but it's not. So what I'm running is Scavenger. The biggest reason for that is because of how many shots the Paladin has. It only has like 15 shots total or 20 shots total. So if you're trying to go for the nuclear streak, which I had a 24 kill streak earlier, there's no way you're gonna have enough ammo to do it, which really sucks, especially if you have the diamond camo, which I do, and you want to get the rainbow camo streak with it, you know, 30 kills without dying, you get the rainbow camo on it. You can't do it without scavenger. It's just not possible. This one is iffy. Some people definitely changed it up. Some people like to run lightweight, some people like to run dexterity. I personally like to run gun ho because you can fire your weapon while sprinting, you can recover from sprinting faster, and you can move at full speed while reloading. So if you're trying to reload, disengage from a fight so you can re-engage from a fight, you can do that all at the same time. So gun ho, in my opinion, is better than both lightweight and dexterity. It's definitely what I'm going to be rocking. I'm definitely not going to be changing that. That's where I'm staying. And then obviously I have Ghost. You can kind of switch between Ghost and Dead Silence. I prefer to not be seen on the radar and everything in score streaks, and I do care about Dead Silence. So that's what I've been rocking is Ghost. The second class I have is another Paladin class, but the only thing different in this one is I no longer have Ghost on it, and instead of Ghost I have the NVIR, which is the thermal scope in this game. So thermal scope is not as good as Black Ops 3. It's kind of grainy. I wish they would have made it like Black Ops 3 and just made it super clean and look good, but it's still pretty OP. I still enjoy it. I think you can hit some really nice stuff with it. Just a normal scope. It seems to be pretty good. So that's what I'm rocking on my second class. Everything else on here is the exact same. On my Koshka class, the perks, pistol, all of that's the same. The difference on this class, and I prestige it so I don't have everything unlocked, is I rock quick draw 1, and then I switch between laser sight and high caliber. Now I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to run both. I think the class setup I'm going to run is both laser sight and high caliber. The Koshka gets way too many hit markers without high caliber on, so it's just not possible to run it without it. So I think, and I like the laser sight because it makes it a little bit easier to line up shots. I don't know, something about it I like. So I think what we're going to do is we have 2 more class slots available. I might go with like my Paladin class and remove Ghost and rock that. Actually, no, I won't have to. I can rock a wild card and then wild card, and then I can put that on high caliber on whenever I unlock it. I regretted prestiging it almost immediately because I lost it and I was trying to use it and I was getting tons and tons of hit marker. Like I said before, I don't have the outlaw unlocked yet. If I was running outlaw, it would be a little bit different. So on the outlaw, I run the operator mod. So I don't know if you guys have seen Tessie's video or any other videos out there. The operator mod on the outlaw actually makes it a 3-round burst like the PO6 from BO4. So what I run on my outlaw is I run rapid fire, which is probably not necessary because it shoots pretty quickly anyways. I run the hybrid mags, which is basically extended mags. I run high caliber, so you don't get as many hit markers, and then the operator mod, which makes it a 3-round burst. Now what that does is you can, I only have scavenger on. That's the only perk I rock, and I have a pistol. I don't have a cosmetic device. I don't have any other perks. You have to run scavenger because you will run out of ammo in seconds because it's 3-round burst and it actually takes 3 bullets out of your mag. It's not like a one shot. One shot is 3 rounds. Like it takes 3 rounds out of your mag. So you run out of shots pretty quickly, which is not very good. And I kind of hate not having my other perks, but you gotta do what you gotta do. I really hope they buff the outlaw so I don't have to use the operator mod. I'll probably still use the operator mod every once in a while because it's kind of a cool addition, making it a 3-round burst. I think BO3 had one, and then Infinite Warfare had a mod, an attachment you can make I can't remember what sniper was that can make it a 3-round burst, but I think that's it for my class setup. I have been doing a lot of red gunning because I am grinding for dark matter. I think everybody in this game is grinding for dark matter because of how cool it is. Not super stressing about it, but I do have the ARs done, the sniper rifles done. I have some of the subs, some of the tacs, some of the secondary, so we're moving there slowly but surely. But that is really it for my class setup video. So we're going to get right into my opinions on Black Ops 4 sniping, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Getting right on to the next part, as I said at the beginning of the video, what we're going to be talking about in this part is the good, the bad, and the ugly of Black Ops 4 sniping. My opinions on Black Ops 4 sniping. We're going to start with the good and work our way down. The first thing I really want to start off talking about, and FaZe Testy is a very good example. So if you haven't seen his videos, after you watch this, go check it out. FaZe Testy's movement, or just people's movement in this game in general, how they move, how they snipe, how they slide, jump, do everything. the movement in this game is fantastic. It adds a flow to this game that, you know, World War II didn't have. You can slide, you can jump around corners, slide around corners. It just adds an extra movement that is just, it was needed in a game. It very much reminds me of Black Ops 3, other than Black Ops 3 had the jetpack, but people are still sliding around, jumping in this game too, like that. So, you know, it adds an extra flow, especially if you're someone that can do it in a clip. It's such a beautiful thing to watch, and definitely adds a extra thing to the game that we haven't had in a while. So, you know, being able to move well is going to add, you know, extra stuff to clips, is going to add extra stuff to videos. It's just going to make everything look better. Like I said, Tessie is a very good example of this. The man can slide, jump, spin, and hit a quad feed with all of those movements, you know, combined into one. And it's just crazy to me how well he does it. You should watch his controller cam video. His controller cam video makes everything look insane the way he does it. He plays claw only. I use a scuff. There's no way I can do claw. I used to do claw when trick shotting, and I can't do that. You know, I quit doing that and stopped playing claw, and I don't think I can ever go back to not having a scuff. I'm so used to it at this point. Next thing I want to talk about is the scope in speeds on the snipers. The biggest, obviously, the Paladin is definitely the slowest one, as you can see here. It's probably about the same speed. I think it's a little bit faster than the Springfield in World War II. But overall, the scope and speed seem to be very good in this game. No one is like insanely slow to the point you can't use it, or insanely slow that you can't hit an all singles 5 on. The Paladin's pretty close. It's right there, but it's still doable. So that's that's a really good thing. But you know, the Koshka and the Outlaw have insane scope and speeds. The Koshka alone is fast, and then you can add Quick Draw 1 and Quick Draw 2 to it to make it even faster. As y'all saw in my class setup video, I only use 1 because 2 is so fast, you can't even control it most of the time. So I just use Quick Draw 1 to make sure I can control my scope and not miss clips because it zooms in too fast. Because I've seen people do that. I've seen people miss clips because of their scope and speed being too fast with Quick Draw 2. So, you know, the Outlaw is very good with scope and speed too, and it has a super quick fire rate. But as you'll see in the video, which is one of my points, is it is so weak, it definitely needs a buff. It is the weakest sniper I have ever seen put in Call of Duty, other than like the semi-audios, like the SDM in this game, which I don't even know why they keep adding them because they're pointless, especially when the SDM takes 2 shots to the head without eye caliber, which is the most disgusting thing I've ever seen in a Call of Duty. Another really big thing in the game that is going to make videos and everything much more appealing. Oh, that's a dog. Is the colors and the camos in the game. The colors of this game make the game look beautiful. It's not the terrible blues and grays and browns of World War II that made the game look so boring and not fun to watch. This game actually has a enjoyable, you know, color scheme to it. It's bright. The camos on the sniper rifles look fantastic, which is going to add just another level to videos and you know, montages and everything. Montages and videos are just going to look better because of the actual colors built into the game, which I'm super excited for. You know, like I said, I'm making a video right now, and the game just looks better than World War II videos did. Just even start, before you even start talking about anything else, the game looks better. The camos on the snipers, most of them move and add an extra, you know, level to this. So people are going now for the, you know, the rainbow nuked out challenge, the nuclear challenge, getting, you know, a nuclear and then having the rainbow camo pop up on your gun, which I'll talk about in a bit also, because, you know, there's a couple things that hinder that, but, you know, people have done it. It's such a fantastic, you know, game. The colors look so good that montages and videos are going to look even better than, you know, they would in the past, which I am super excited for. Getting on to the bad side, first off, I really want to say I think the good definitely outweighs the bad and the ugly. I really do enjoy playing this game. I really do enjoy sniping. Like I said, I have like 3 days played on this game already, so I think I've gotten a good grasp of you know, how the sniping works in this game, and you know what I think the good, the bad, and the ugly is. So the first thing I want to talk about is the overall strength of the sniper rifles. It's pretty weak in this game. It is not very good at all when it comes to playing this game or using the sniper rifles. The Paladin is the strongest one, and on top of that, you can add high cal 1 and 2. If you don't run high cal 1 and 2, or you just run high caliber 1, you the chance of you getting a hit marker is still pretty high. And I'm just not okay with that. So I run high cal 1 and 2 because I really don't want to get hit markers. I can't stand getting a hit marker. Hit markers make me so mad when I get a hit marker, especially if I hit marker a clip. And the worst part about it is the other two snipers that are already not as strong as the Paladin don't have high cal 2, so they only have high cal 1. So those sniper rifles, unless you hit them in the chest, if you hit them anywhere other than the chest and head, you are going to get a hit marker, guaranteed. There is no chance you won't get a hit marker, which is really not a good thing. I don't know why. They definitely nerfed the sniper rifles from the beta, because I remember the Koshka used to not get hit markers at all. It was quick, it didn't get hit markers. I personally, in the beta, it was my favorite sniper rifle in the game, because of how fast it moved, how fast it did everything. But now, with the amount of hit markers it gets, it's even with high cal 1, it still gets a ton of hit markers. Without high cal 1, it's an insane amount of hit markers. And as someone, I just prestiged the Koshka, I lost high cal, and now it's almost unusable right now. I'm trying to level it back up, but I'm just not having a good time doing it, and it's making it not a very fun time using the gun because of how weak it is. The amount of hit markers you get using the gun. And with the Outlaw, it's even worse. The Outlaw has high cal 1 on it. The high cal doesn't feel like it makes a difference. The weapon is so insanely terrible with damage that you're gonna get hit markers even in the chest, it feels like, and that's just not fun. It definitely needs a buff. It definitely needs to be, all of the snipers need a buff. If I have high cal 1 and 2 on my Paladin, I should be able to shoot you in the toe and kill you, in my opinion. I know some people won't agree with that part, but I just, you know, if I have high caliber, this is an anti-tank rifle. If I shoot you in the foot, your whole leg's gonna blow off, for crying out loud. Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me to not have the sniper rifle that's 100% one-shot kill with high cal 1 and 2. You know, the Outlaw being super fast and everything, and the Caution being fast, I understand why they're weaker, but the amount of hit markers they get makes the gun almost unplayable. And I'm just not okay with that. So another thing I really want to talk about is this is mainly with the Paladin, is because the Koshka already has a super fast firing rate, enough to make the game fine, and it has more shots in the mag than this one does. That guy was using an LMG with thermal. But you know, the Paladin doesn't have extended mags, and it doesn't have rapid fire. So not only is it the slowest sniper, it has the least amount of shots, which is really sucking when you're trying to go for streaks, clips, anything. I'm being basically forced to use scavenger on my gun because the gun only holds like 15 bullets to begin with. And if you're trying to streak or go for a nuclear, you literally don't have enough bullets. Or if you want to go for that rainbow camo, you literally don't have enough bullets in your gun. And because it's so slow, it makes it almost impossible to hit all singles 5 on, which is just not right. And then, like I said, the Koshka and the Outlaw, neither one of them have high cal 2. The Outlaw is almost unusable at this point. It definitely needs a buff. I like the way the gun looks. I like the way it scopes in. I like the speed of it. I like that it has rapid fire. It even has extended mags. But it is so weak, it is basically unusable. I just can't see myself really using it until they buff it. I just can't. I can't do it. The hit markers would be too frustrating for me, and it really ruins that sniper rifle. Like, I don't see the point of putting a sniper rifle and that says one shot to the chest and then gets hit markers in the chest. It just doesn't make sense to me. So you know, that's my opinions on, you know, I think the Paladin needs extended mags. I think the Paladin needs rapid fire, and I think both the Koshka and the Outlaw need high cal 2, or they need to be buffed so the damage, I'm not getting hit markers in the chest, because even when you read the text on it, the Outlaw says it'll be a one shot to the chest, and it just isn't. And that might be, you know, part of the problem with the hit detection that we'll talk about in just a second, part of the bad. But the next thing I want to talk about is obviously the ugly. So the very first thing I want to talk about, and in my opinion, this is probably the worst part about this, especially when it comes to sniper rifles, maybe not overall in the game, but is the hit detection. The hit detection is terrible. I walked up to someone that was laying down with the RC car, you know, literally can't see me. What happened to my scope there? Literally can't see me at all. is laying prone. I scoped into his head, hard scoped his head, pulled the trigger, and got no hit marker. My shot literally went through his body like it was nothing. That's just not okay. Hit detection is terrible, and I think the biggest reason for that, I don't know if you guys have seen the videos videos and pictures on Twitter, is the scope is not centered in your screen. It is slightly off. It's like to the left and up, or to the left and bottom, I can't remember, which makes the sniping terrible. Like, the hit detection is god awful at times. There's been times I should hit a triple and I get a collat, or times I should hit a quad and get a single. Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me how you can screw it up that bad. And like I said, the sights are up. I don't know why they don't have the sights centered in the screen. That makes literally no sense to me. It just doesn't make sense that a sniper scope is not going to be dead center in the middle of your screen. So when you zoom in, you can fire and shoot. Why it's off to the left, I don't know if that was a mistake or if it was on purpose or what they were trying to accomplish there, but it is the worst thing in this game by far, and it definitely needs to get fixed. I don't think it'd be hard to fix, and I really hope they can fix it, but it makes this game very, very unplayable at times, especially for some. The next thing I really want to talk about that's also a pretty big problem, in my opinion, is the flinch. I don't know why the flinch is so bad on the sniper rifles, because it's not anywhere near as bad with any other gun in the game. You can have double grip on an ICR that you could be shot at by a minigun, and you'll have absolutely no flinch at all. Like, it makes zero sense why these assault rifles have no flinch and can laser me across the map, but I can't shoot my sniper rifle across the map because I'm getting shot and my gun's going, 30 feet in the air. It just doesn't make any sense to me why the flinch is so bad. I think it definitely needs to be, the snipers need to be buffed when it comes to that, or the other guns need to be nerfed a little bit. So, if I hit marker someone, they shouldn't be able to shoot me across the map. You know what I mean? Like, it's ridiculous. I don't know what else to say about it, or it just needs to be fixed because it's bad. It's really bad at how bad you flinch on this game. Your gun literally jumps 20 feet in the air, and I just can't believe they added something that bad to the sniper rifles. They really don't like us, apparently, which is crazy because we have such a fantastic community, and they just don't like us running around quickscoping, apparently. But the last thing that I want to talk about in this video, this one's pretty bad too. It's not always apparent, but a lot of the times it can be bad at sometimes, not as bad in others. Is the desync across players. I can be literally shooting in a gunfight. I'll slide around a corner. I'm behind the wall on my screen, and I'll just die. I don't understand why I died. I'm confused. I watched the kill cam, and on the player I'm playing against screen, I'm still out in the open when he shot me. So I don't see right there, flinch. I would have got that kill. But I don't know what to do other than, I'm behind cover, but on his screen I'm not, so I die. I outplayed him, I hid, I got away, whatever, and I'm dead because of how bad the god-awful flinch in this game is. And it really makes it not fun to play at times, because there's times you shouldn't die, that you do die, and times you should have killed someone, but on their screen they're behind the wall and your bullets just aren't registering. I just don't know how to fix it or what to do to make it better. I think that's something that's definitely got to get buffed in the game. Another thing is how OP the specialists are. You saw right there, the Ajax with the riot shield and the 9-bang. There's literally nothing to combat it. Your 9-bang, you can't see it all. You can double tap to pull out your gun out, but you can't still zoom out. You can't crouch. You can't do anything to prevent you from dying, basically. Not only that, but then he has a giant riot shield that you can't shoot against. You can't shoot through, and it has a gun that goes through it that can shoot you through it. So specialists are definitely OP. I think some of them will be nerfed sooner or later within the next month, which I'm really hoping the 9-bang gets nerfed, because there's not much you can do about it. It's just not fun to play against at all. especially when you get 9-banged like 8 times in the game, because they have that equipment charge. I don't know if you recently saw Jeb's video. You've got the equipment charge that you can pop it and have that 9-bang within a minute every single time. So you can throw 50 of them in a game, depending on what you're playing. So it's kind of... Alrighty guys, well that's going to be it for me today. If you guys enjoyed the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. If you guys want to see more videos, make sure to check out my channel. I have more videos uploaded on there, some are from months ago. I do have a video that I uploaded earlier in the week, so I appreciate y'all going and checking that out. If there's anything I missed in this that you would like to let me know about, leave a comment down below. Excuse the poor gameplay if you didn't enjoy the gameplay. I'm still getting better with the talking and playing at the same time. I'm still getting used to it, because I'm definitely not used to it yet, and it's not something that's immediately easy to do. You definitely have to get easier than making sure you're not saying all the time, or talking too much, talking too fast, not talking at all. So I'm definitely still trying to get better at it. I think I am getting better at it, but it's not an immediate thing. So I appreciate anybody that is paying attention more to my voice than is the gameplay. I really do appreciate it. But like I said, if you have anything else for me, leave them down in the comments below. If you enjoyed my videos, click that subscribe button. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and a comment, and I will